Thank you for coming back to Glider Gaming to check out another episode of Thea 2. I am Glider. I apologize for the last recording. Somehow my audio failed to record, even though I checked a few times during that video and saw audio readout in the recording program. So I'll get it reposted as quick as I can with some audio recorded over it so you guys can kind of understand my thoughts and actions during that video. But in the meantime, thank you for checking this video out. So, we are running around doing this and that. Just finished a quest that wrecked our sanity. No one died though, or no one went insane and ran away. So we just need to chill out for a turn or two and see about recovering some sanity. We're still in the danger zone. If we were to adventure around and have an encounter, this character and this character probably wouldn't be able to interact because of ultra low sanity. Sanity regeneration is based on morale. Of course, all the sanity poor people are lower in morale, but they do get +1 regeneration and plus 10% hit point regeneration from their morale. So I'm just gonna let them sit for a few turns to ensure that they're well rested and regenning at a proper rate. Winter also makes it a little harder to regen, so we just don't want to risk anything with that. This is our new scavenger. We have not efficiently used Strength of the Swarm too much. In the last video I played him late in the game a few times, and I think we played him early in the battlefield once, but Strength of the Swarm is a very powerful skill. Right now it is 1 Inspire, so decreases delay of selected allies' action, increases this character's combat attributes at 1. If we go up here, it's going to stay at 1, so his combat attribute, his damage output is going to go up 1 each time, but then his speed will also go down, so it'll act faster by 0.1. So that's a good upgrade, as opposed to Trash Attack, which is his brute force ability, going from 0.9 to 1.2. I've extolled many times the virtues of raising your people's brute force, but this ability is just bonkers, and it applies to brute force attacks too. So we are because it applies to every challenge, so we are technically making him stronger, way stronger by upping this than if we up that. Got a research point from that enemy research we found. Really don't see any value in getting these 1 research points. We'd have to do it 18 times, 28 times to actually get a full research point. I'm not going to worry about that. We're not crafting anything, really. We're just upgrading some stuff and cooking some food. If we wanted to craft something of value, I don't think we're going to be here that long. Medium armor. Let's just look at if we made a wood medium armor. Elemental wise, it doesn't hit the mark of being a tier 2 element, but it would give 15 shielding in any sort of battle. It weighs a ton, 133 kilos, and I assume this is kind of a European style game, so you gotta imagine that means kilos, but that's like 270 pounds. It might be more than 270 pounds, so that's just an insane amount of weight for wood. It is really good shielding. 15 shielding in any combat is great. 33 shielding in physical combat is really good too. But we do need materials to eventually build a village with, so maybe we don't want to do that. It would take too long anyway. We only want to be here for enough turns to basically have healed. We're at another level up. Oda has a lot of abilities, so I always like to double check. Hunter's Mark is a perception-based ability that can be used in all challenges. The Dizziness Powder doesn't have an ability mod-mediated thing. Perception's not used in brute force. The Dive Attack uses perception. This one won't use perception. And Double Toss uses perception. So upping her perception ups 3 of her abilities, so that's pretty darn good. Let's check in on our stats real quick. think 2 more turns and we will be good to Mosey. She may not be 100% healed, but it'll definitely be close enough. A couple rats, no big deal. A little bit of lag on my system. Alright, we got some scavengers here. Actually, I didn't really look at what they were. None of them are technically scavengers. But if we auto-resolve, we get perfect, so we might as well auto-resolve. After that big fight, all we get is an amber robe and a bone bow, neither of which are particularly impressive. We did level up, though. So our new ranger can get sneak attack, which is a poison-based, very slow attack. Won't be very good in magic attacks, but reasonably good, 10 damage in physical. Or we can get double toss. Double toss can hit 2 people sometimes, but not all the times. I've never quite figured out how it determines when it hits 2 people. But it's incredibly fast. It targets 1 or more enemies in the melee row in front of the character. If there's none, any enemy on the battlefield can be targeted. It doesn't really say how it determines who the second target is. So we can have a very, very fast attack that's going to deal 8 damage, or a much slower one that can deal 10, but also be used in magic combat. It's mediated on perception, the same way as many of our other things are, so when we up perception, we'll get a lot of boost out of it. They both were mediated by perception, actually. Destiny and perception and perception. So we have a perception skill for yellow attacks. We have this for red attacks, physical attacks, which is pretty similar to throwing daggers. And this magic attack just isn't worth much. So I like the fact that this can sometimes hit 2 people. That's pretty legitimate. Okay, everyone is fully healed on sanity and everything else, to be honest. So I think it's time to break camp. Check out our logbook real quick. The Vol Curse is on another island, the Divine Path is on another island, and Lightbringers is up there, but our party's still just too small and under-leveled to really do anything meaningful with that. So I think we're finally going to come over here and explore the rest of this island. So we're going to mosey this way. We're not going to set up a camp. We learned that breaking camp takes like 2 movements, so unless there's a real reason we want to stop and collect, it's really just not worth it to stop and collect things. Slows us down too much. This right here is where we left our boat, so we will have to come back here to reclaim the boat. To carry it around all the time just weighs us down too much. Up there, those look like water demons, the Rusalka. So I'm not too worried about them. A level 4 combat, I mean, it's probably physical, so it's probably a little bit more than we want to deal with, but we're not going that way in general. I want to go this way, but I kind of wouldn't mind attacking them. I still really want another warrior, and I really want another gatherer. Well, let's kind of look at that again. A gatherer would be nice, but is it necessary? This character has reasonable gathering. This character has no gathering. My character has very good gathering. This is reasonable. So that's basically 3 gatherers so far. Reasonable, reasonable, poor, reasonable, pretty good. So we have 2 very good gatherers and a bunch of reasonable ones, so I definitely would take another warrior before I worried about another gatherer. Oh, look at that, a little ruin we can explore. Those Rusalka seem to be following us, but I think they're a lot slower than us, so I don't think we really need to worry about them. Oh, 2 little random encounters. I don't know. We have the random encounters that just trigger whenever they want, so I really don't know how to refer to these. Sometimes they're ruins, but sometimes they're graveyards, sometimes they're like village encounters. I don't know. Right. These are in fact ruins. They're old and decrepit, already looted many times over, but you never know what hidden secrets you may uncover. The area to the south seems less traversed, but also unstable. Let's go south. We just find some nut tincture, which is made with a nut I don't think we've ever found. Oh no, I've seen nuts in this game before. And then some sort of a spice. And sandstone, which is, I don't know. The stones are so heavy, and they make such heavy equipment, I just never get excited by stone. I leveled up. Level 13. I can get that same poison attack we just turned down. My Destiny's a little better than the other guys, but it's still less than 7 damage. My Perception's amazing, but it's such a slow attack. You know, and the poison is fine. Leveling up my outmaneuver, though, would give me 22 damage in social encounters, so I like that a lot. Okay. See if this is another ruin or if it's something else. Ooh, as you scour some old ruins for loot, you notice you're not the first to arrive. The other group does not see you yet, but this may change at any moment. We can attack with turmoil. We can investigate. I guess we'll investigate. You're scavengers, a rugged, scruffy lot, pillaging what they can from the ruins. You took the time to scout, so now you're in a better position for a tactical attack. We could search together. We could run them off. Let's run them off. Just 2 of them. Can't believe we... Okay, very minimal damage. We go now. You don't kill us. The scavengers look at you and decide the loot is not worth their lives and run away. Ooh, a boar pet, which will summon into battle. Meat. A not terrible one, but not the best one we have. Some standard wood, amber, and a bone bow that is literally just garbage. Okay. Replay narration? No. New group. Show participant groups. Ah, there we go. I was like, how do you auto-recycle? I know there's a way. Alright. So, heading down here might reveal a fish or something, but it's not like we're going to stay and collect that fish, so... Back over here. Beyond getting another warrior, we just need more people. Like, we had way more people than this last time when we were ready to leave the island. If we find a new island and want to settle it, we're just splitting this group up. I don't think we would survive on the new island very well, so I really would like to get 3 or 4 more kids before we really start thinking about building a settlement. Up the brute force, up the Disney's powder. I don't love Disney's powder in general. I say that all the time. I like it better than Hurry Up because it can bring multiple of your people up higher. And 1.5 to 2.2 is nothing to scoff at. But 1.2 to 1.5 is pretty good too. So I think we'll just keep upping her brute force. We come across the ruins of a town. It was torn asunder by the Shattering clearly, but more than that, there's an odd light beaming from the gash. Scout carefully. You find the tracks of people going in one direction. Yeah, just clearly saying they've been taken by as light bringers now. So we can follow the tracks or search the place. Sandstone and we have to resist. Not exciting. Ooh, a sudden blizzard. We can push through it or use wood supplies to quickly strengthen our shelter. Let's use wood supplies. Oh my gosh, they weren't joking around with wood supplies. I thought they'd just use our regular wood. And we get quartz, yay. But we got permanent crafting for our non-craft person, but the person already had pretty good crafting, so I guess that's fine. We have a lot of dark wood, so it's really not a terrible thing. Okay. Our new healer wants some wisdom, which I don't believe any of their skills care about. Oh, okay. Reliable argument does. And wow, that's the worst reliable argument I've ever seen. In our first playthrough of this game, we had somebody who reliable argumented for like 33, which is just nuts. Brute force won't rely on wisdom. Completely safe pill. Relies on intelligence. So yeah, I guess wisdom over the other two. The other two are less needed for this class. Oh, look at all those fish. Scavenger settlement. It's the second scavenger settlement we found. I think there's one all the way back up here, too. Topaz, which we haven't unlocked yet. A little artifact for us to gather as well. Okay, same one we had before. We're gonna... Oh no, this is the other one. So, there's an unsettling stench of decay. So if we search, we find an undead army. Ooh, but we're ambushed by them. So we're probably gonna end up being poisoned. No, okay, cool. A wooden mallet, 1.6. And probably does a... it's not impressive range. A dark bone, a stone mallet. They're one-handed? No, they're two-handed. Got some blessings though. That's nice. Oh, and we haven't even searched the ruins. Clay. Monsters out in this area. And a lot of scavengers. Oh. Okay, guess we're just gonna fight you guys. I would have talked to you instead, but there you have it. 1.2 is just not any good, so recycle that. I've had much better relationships with scavengers before. This is not that playthrough though. We even have a scavenger who could have like talked on our behalf. Okay, this feller likes mysticism for brute force. Prefers destiny for his weapon. So I guess we'll just take the mysticism. And a ranger doesn't really need strength, especially +2 of it. All of the stuff he uses is perception-wise, except for his brute force, but he really doesn't need those other two. This one won't even increase his gathering, which is what you really want to use him for. Destiny would do that, but he doesn't use Destiny for anything. Increase the party carry limit, I guess. Let's go talk to the scavengers. We mean them no harm. You only wish to talk and visit. A little bit of sanity damage. Offer to do something to prove our goodwill. Some danged crows sit in a tower nearby. They keep bothering us, and we ain't got time to get them. You deal with it if you want. Sure. Alright, on that note, we're going to head over here. We got the same triggered people are wandering off after Shattering event. They've become Lightbringers. Let's search this place. We always seem to get stoned. Maybe we should follow them. Okay, if we're going to end up gathering that, I'd like to get fish with it. So we're just going to come right here. Everybody's on their way. And they ran us down and attacked us again. Why do they want to attack us so bad? I'm happy to barter with them. 1.1 is cruddy. And I have a bunch of wands at 1.4 or 1.5, so... I'm even doing their settlement a favor and they still want to attack me. Alright, Scorpion Core, you've leveled up. Intelligence would help you out with brute force, but they're offering you wisdom. Intelligence would help with your daggers. Just strength. Oh no, intelligence again. And yeah, you really have no reason to increase your intelligence at all. Not your intelligence, your wisdom. So get up your intelligence, or your wits are pretty low. I'll take the wits for you. those fish. It's too bad we can't gather them all. So, throw up camp. 2 best gatherers on the artifact because it takes the longest. And the second best on the fish. And we have a lot of stuff here. So I would like to go into weapons. Since we have a couple pretty high destiny people now and mysticism people, I'd like to research scrolls. The first advancement and the second advancement on 2-handed scrolls, because those are real good. We found a scroll already for Nishi, but being able to make our own could be pretty legit. So there it is, crafting. Let's have a look at 2-handed scrolls. We can use dark wood for the first one. That gives us, what is that? Come on, where's the pop-ups? Wood essence and wild resource. We could use like ruby as a secondary. That gets us mass lullaby guaranteed, ice spike, which stuns and damage to one target. Not very much damage. And then 1.3 for random blast 2. It only targets 1 to 2 targets. The elemental version is random blast 3, 1 to 3 targets at a flat 1. And then fireball damages the target up to 3 targets standing next to it at 1.5. And then inspire based on intelligence. It's not bad. It's not bad. What if we tinker with stuff? What if we put in bloodbone? We still get ice spike and random blast. Still get fireball and random blast. So it seems that the spells are based on the first one. We don't quite have enough of any type of leather. We do have just enough ancient wood. So that brings up the random blast and ice spike stuff. This makes them a little better. Doesn't change the fact it's wood essence. Wood essence is controlling that. I don't have quite enough of those gems. I might be able to upgrade something into ruby. I don't know if we've unlocked ruby or not. So basically, we need more materials. We can't really use any of the materials that we have. So as far as cooking goes, I want to make more malachite. But I could unlock ruby and make more ruby to put ruby as a primary. Save that. We're going to save this recipe. Oh, I just saw it at... no. I saw where the favorite was just as I was hitting the button. So we can only do this one more time. We can make more herb-based dish, but I need about 100 herbs to do a curse break, so we're not going to do that. So now we spent quite a few things to get where we're at. So we could unlock ruby. We wouldn't even need to upgrade any. I think whenever you unlock something, you get 5 to 10 of it. I think finding enchanted leather would be kind of cool. Whatever. I'll unlock ruby. I just want to see what the book looks like. I suppose I didn't have to do that to see what the book looks like. I'm pretty sure it would have let me do it anyway. Okay, so come over here, make ruby, and then we can make bloodbone. So random blast 2. So it looks like everything always gets random blast, but then the second one is a different one. So single target from range attack row does 2.2 on destiny. That's a pretty legit spell. I kind of like that. The random blast isn't that high up. Use dark bone. Is dark bone any better? 1.3, 2.3. Yeah, better on both fronts. Probably because they match on the wild type. So that's pretty legit. Like, I could make this and be pretty happy with a ruby codex. If we went up a tier, we'd get Drain Vigor. Each of your attacks will drain combat attributes from the targeted enemy and give the attacker a bonus. So not a lot of damage. And it's random, so you can't really control it. Quick Cover and Fiery Gaze. True damage from melee. True damage melee attack from the front row, dealing damage to the target enemy and up to 3 enemies next to them. I don't like that one as much as just doing this one. And we did get 10 free ruby by unlocking ruby, so we can make one of these just to make one. I think we could put this to really good use. So let's go ahead and confirm that. I just want to see, because it will just let you see stuff. We're going to see what happens if we make an enchanted leather and ruby. Oh, that's a gathering tool. It's a really good gathering tool. But I was thinking of a codex. So if we did enchanted leather and ruby. Random blast, ice spike. It's not so different than if we started with wood. If we drop down here, random blast, fireball, inspire, 1.1, 1.5. Less excited by that. What if we just did all of it the same? Almost get level 4 on this. 1.5, 2.3, 1.1, 1.6. I think it actually is better. Probably because we get to use just a little bit more material. The number of material you use affects how much, essence you're putting into it. So if we did find enough of that, this wouldn't be terrible. I'd be very happy to have this. 5 turns for that. 2 turns for that. What does this boar do? Increases movement points, so we can find the slowest person and give him a boar. Most people are at 6. But if any one person's at 5, nope. You also get to summon a boar, so we can give it to that guy so he can summon a boar. Helena. Maybe we'll give it to Helena, because he has attacks for melee combat. But Helena I don't necessarily want to put in as a frontline fighter, so let her summon the boar. Oh yeah, I remember getting the Dryad Spear. 1.5, 1.5, 1.4. We're going to sit here for a bit and make this. So we fight bees. We're overweight again. How did that happen? A pack of beasts approaches. Let's stalk them and hunt them down. We win. Just a little bit of food and some blood bone. Ow, more scavengers. They just, for a -3 representation, they just want to kill us. They have no cares about being our friends at all. They use just the worst stuff. We're not just a little bit overweight. All that stone we picked up has just made us ridiculously overweight. Alright, so I still don't love poison. I'd much more love 2 flying daggers and making that better and better and better. Alright, we don't need those gatherers gathering that stuff anymore. Up, gathering, there it is. So, let's get everybody out of this. See, she researches at 127, she researches way worse, so you can stay constructing that. 2 best researchers on this. Now we're stuck here for 4 turns. We're just getting fish. And levels. Brute force, up to 2. Reliable argument. She's not very good at the reliable argument yet, but 0.4 boost to it. She can learn to argue more reliably than she already reliably argues. Fun with words. Guess we could also be gathering malachite, too. There's not really a reason not to. I mean, we're overweight, so I mean, that's a reason not to. Oh, no. We forgot to tell people to gather stuff again. Okay. Alright, let's head over here. We need to destroy some stuff. 1.3 is pretty bad. Both of these are just very heavy. Yeah, this, okay, 1.7 though, that's legit. But not 2.4 legit. So I guess we'll scrap both of these. Is this the recycle? Yeah, toggle recycle mode. So this thing weighs 134. This thing weighs 216. Does less damage. And I don't think the bludgeoning thing has an effect like it did in the first game, so we'll get rid of it. This is another type of weapon that allows piercing. This also allows piercing 1.2, 0.9, 1.2, 0.9. So these are basically the same. Except this one weighs 87 and this one weighs 97, so I guess we'll get rid of that one. These two are both 1.5 Destiny based. This is 1.4, so this is just worse. This trash one only gives 6. 4.8, 4.4, 30 some, 20 some. So it weighs more and gives more, but I'd rather have the dark bones. Okay. Hopefully now we're much underweight. Not much underweight, but just a little bit underweight. Fight more scavengers. I'd love to just talk to you, but you want to walk up and die, I guess. You won't let us talk you out of it. On this turn, I think everything will be over and we can pull up and go do something else. And we're overweight again. Hey, everybody leveled up. Okay. This is our craftsperson who can get better at crafting by 2.5. So as much as I extol brute force, she's already leveled it quite a bit, and more crafting for her. She's already crafting over 200, so that should just be amazing for her. So what are your wits at? 4 is not a lot of them. But what do the other purple skills do for you? Will up your brute force. It will up your energy disturb. Nothing wrong with that. What is that? Inventor. Oh, and equipment. And Destiny will up your weapon damage. So Destiny's looking real good. Destiny's looking real good. I lost Y. There it is. That one's Destiny. Okay. So, yeah, and Destiny's even the +2. That's awesome. Alright, now this fella. Weakness is currently doing 1.0 or 0.4 wisdom. We'll go up to 0.5. The 0.5 slow is the real thing. His wisdom's pretty bad. Or new skill. A soul spiritual attack draining your enemy's soul based off of his lesser skill. He's already using a wand for Destiny at 1.6. Starts at 1.4, so with levels this could be better. I guess we'll up weakness for now. I guess we'll take this. We'll take this because who knows how often they'll offer it. But I think weakness would honestly be better. We must have one more turn. Yeah, one more turn, and then we can go. We will outfit Nishi with this lovely coat. Oh, it came out to be a trash level. So it's worse than it otherwise would have been. That sucks. But she still gets to do 22 and 19 damage, so it's much better than her current one. And it can target two people sometimes. Oh no, she's overweight. Okay, what do we care about the least? Your gathering being at 5.4 instead of 4.2 is probably the thing I care about the least. Okay. Pass turn, and then we can finally break camp. These scavengers just do not care. Do not care at all. Alright, break camp in the blizzard. It's a smart idea, isn't it? I thought we already cleared that one, so a new one must have popped up. Kill more scavengers. They don't want to be friends. At this point, we should just, like, destroy their town. Why not? Be it a monologue of great importance, a beautiful song, or a seductive lyric, someone is trying to entrance you with their silver tongues. Attack them. Resist their entrancing charms and try to intimidate them. Listen attentively, give praise, and part ways as friends. Okay. Alright. So we got a mental blessing for using our demon ability. Nishi. Hurry up. This is my least favorite one, so we're probably not going to do that. Will drain. Go from 1.3 up to 1.7. Deal 10 damage now and gain life. Okay, I can dig. For you, your dive attack can get better by 0.2. Your flying demon can get better. 1.9. Yeah, 0.4. That's awesome. Doesn't affect your reduced carry limit at all. 7.4 and 19. There's 15. So, yeah, we'll take this one. Our party's gonna come over here and accomplish this quest. Find a tower where the crow's nest is bothering the scavengers. You know how to handle the crows. Try to figure it out. Track the crows. Mental prowess. Use our crow to dominate them. Or bribe them. Let's dominate them. Crows bow to your dominance and fly away. Perhaps one even decides to stay with you. The scavengers are happy. So we got 6. But they still really just hate us because we keep killing all the people that run up to us and say, please kill us. So, it's a little lame. We can keep doing favors for them. But, as long as they keep attacking us so that they get pissed off, it's not going to do much value. Jeez, how are we 200 pounds overweight again? Okay, this one at least gives us options. Let's give him some stuff, because stuff we got, and it's weighing us down. We have to give him 30 stuff. Let's give him this crap sandstone. Alright, gave us a little bit of loyalty with him. Very good. So we're still just ridiculously overweight. How did this happen? Because, like, we even just used up a bunch of stuff to make this crappy ruby codex. Must be all the stuff we're carrying around. We are carrying just a load of stuff. Whoa, don't do that. Okay. So this is the one where everyone is going to march away. Let's follow the tracks this time. Defend ourselves with spirit. I'm just tired of getting sandstone that I don't want. Took just a little bit of faith damage. We got diamond. Alright. Now we're talking. Spiritual blessings abound. And this Thea research material. Mean no harm. Do a little bit of damage. Let's do something for them. There's always trouble about the place. There's a nice rich patch of ruins nearby, but stupid bees have set up there. We're small and only setting up, so if you help us get them, bees, we'll be friends for sure. Alright, we don't have to stop and get attacked for nothing, so we'll just rush off to those bees next turn. Hopefully they don't spawn a group to attack us. Here's a bunch of spiders with a queen, a hucklick. Got some dryad wood, very nice. And giant spider research, cool. Got 2 things to research. Alright, your wits are worse than the average wits, but do you have a reason to get a boost to your mysticism besides brute force? That answer is a hearty no, ma'am. So, we'll give you wits. And you are a hunter of unique perception. I know this, because I've been a hunter the only 2 times I've played this game. That's quite the tower, isn't it? No, don't attack us. We don't want to make you mad at us. We're trying to be friends. Ugh, and all the crap you guys carry. Oh, 1.5 is at least par. We're also just getting a lot of meat from all these scavenger attacks, so maybe we just need to cook. Maybe that would help. Okay, we come to a place where the scavenger said a beehive is bothering them. We can use our mental prowess to figure out what to do. You just find the right spot and use just the right amount of smoke to get rid of the problem. The bees buzz off and the scavenger should be happy now. Right, down to -11. We're getting closer. Why would I need intelligence? I already have quite a bit of it. My brute force would like intelligence. Oh, my poison throwing daggers would like intelligence. This ends the reasons to have intelligence. So, if it helps my gathering, which it does not, or I could up my perception. Sanity health. I would like more sanity health. I have a reasonable amount, but I'll take this for sanity health. No, stop it. Ugh. 2 pigs. That's interesting. 1.2, oh my gosh. Alright, got all the borders. For every 2 groups we attack, like, that takes up the value we get. Okay, this time we're gonna ask to trade. You're no friends of ours, so we won't take food as payment. You'll have to pay us extra first. We get a 2.0 gathering, which isn't very good. Energy blur. Single target melee attack from any row. 1.0, so nothing to write home about. Amber Relic at 1.3. Increases mysticism by a percentage. Increase mental and spiritual shielding by a percentage. 1.3 Destiny attack. This is, like, interesting at least. Costs a lot, though. Stone crafting tools. None of this is terribly exciting, so I'll just take the foods. Wow, that added up fast. Alright, let's give them all 7 of our sandstone. I feel like we used to have a lot more. Oh, 60 of our sandstone, there you go. Oh, it's worth 7 each. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, well, we don't need that much. So, let's just do it in such a way where... Oh, too many. So let's go back in. We just want to talk. Okay, I don't think the trading helped at all with our reputation. So what are we doing? Oh, Slavian set up near us. Soon they'll be knocking on our doorstep saying godly stuff and forcing us to listen. Get rid of them lot and we'll be mates for sure. I don't really want to make the Slavians upset at us. We actually have a quality relationship with them. Scavenger man, why do you keep trying to get skills that don't do anything? Intelligence helps there. Wisdom is better. Soul damage. Wisdom or destiny? We just took that destiny skill, so let's just take destiny. I'm about over trying to help these folks. I'm gonna go over here first, and then maybe I'll come back around. But they just keep throwing combats at us, weaken our reputation. And if we piss off the Slavians, that just makes our day worse with Slavians, so I'm seeing little to no value. Speaking of Slavians, we could go talk to them. They might not be so rude. They're coming from all angles. I need to find another place to sit down and camp, to just cook away a bunch of our stuff to help with the over-encumbrance. Be it a monologue of great importance or beautiful song or seductive lyric, someone is trying to entrance you with their silver tongues. They're not demons, though, so this time we have to defend ourselves. So let's try mysticism. Try to resolve it manually. It's only 2 of them. I like to see how our party's looking on a challenge like this. 73, my goodness gracious, with Strength of the Swarm. So it's going to deal more than 20 damage. That's nuts. Okay. Soul damage is pretty fast, but it's not as fast as theirs, so they're going to get fast. No, this one doesn't get faster. He's at least stuck there. So if we lullaby it, this would be better. Nishi out here with your cool new book. Random blasts. Yeah, we'll do random blasts. Second copy of that dude. 25. This one's ranged instead of melee. Okay. We already got you out. We don't really do anything. Pretty good. Do 18, 15. Also our lullaby. So can anybody else do lullaby? I can do true damage. Let's get me out to do true damage. You also have lullaby. You deal a little bit more damage and a lot faster. Yeah, there's our other character. It's just ho-hum. Use you for lullaby. Use you to soak up damage. And we're definitely going to summon stuff with you. We could just do summon and summon. Summoning with her deals damage, so let's summon with him. Oh, we only get one thing with his, yeah. Some of them summon 2, some just summon 1. Got him up to 15 damage from 9, so that's awesome. So lullaby with you. Put you out to soak up damage. Deal more damage with brute force. Third copy of that dude. Lullaby here. Add 1.5. That put it at 8 something, so only one character will get to move up. Alternatively, we can boost the character. Deal more damage and go faster. Goes too faster. I think she'd be better off just dealing damage. Alright, let's see how this one goes. Got that dude up to 18 damage from 9. We doubled his damage. That's the power of Strength of the Swarm. Goodbye, Wraith. Thank you. Aw, man. Barely didn't get that fella. Okay. This is my ability to deal 20 damage. So sure, we'll deal it to that character. Because every time we kill, or if we can kill that character, cut off one of its attacks, it just saves us insane amounts of damage. There we go. So, took just a little bit of damage. I think we'll be okay. Especially since it's spring and we have increased healing of all sorts. Got a blessing. Alright, our turn now. We want to go talk to the Slavs. There's another
Welcome. What brings you to our humble abode?
Okay. So they're a lot nicer. They're willing to let us do all sorts of stuff. Oh, we do? I don't want our people to join the Slavians. Pass on that. Rest, help, visit. Okay, can't do that recruiting until we're friends. So let's ask if there's anything we can help with. Something need killing. They're in need of stone. to give them some of ours. You have wood if they need it. Okay, I wouldn't mind giving them my stone. They want 45 of it. So we only have 34. So, oops. Oh, okay. We didn't lose our chance to help them. There's always trouble about the place. There's a bunch of vermin nesting nearby. We're small, only setting up. If you can help us be rid of them, we'll be thankful to be for sure. So we already got one bonus out of them. And we have to head back the other direction. But we're out of movement. Talk to them, or we can move a little closer. Let's talk to them. We have to convince you guys we're friendly too? Jeez. So, I just get it some nut tincture. Ooh, research material. And 1 faction loyalty point, so there's that. Come attack me, spiders, I don't care. We know how to deal with spiders. And hawklets. Ooh, ancient wood, that's a tier 3 material. Level up on our new hunter, brute force, or 2 flying daggers. 2 flying daggers only goes up by 0.1. That's kind of sad. Brute force goes up by 0.3. 2 flying daggers is a pretty amazing ability, so I do want to level that a few times. You find the vermin nest you were sent to clear. We can attack it, we can set traps to lure them, or rats are our cohorts. Dominate the vermin and make them leave. Ooh, max faith increased. 1.2 is not amazing. 1.3 is not amazing either, but it's better than one we already have equipped. And our people could use shields, so we'll take those. There we go, 7. We actually might become friends with these Slavs. As far as today goes, let's equip and then probably call it a video here. So, you have a similar sword. Let's click on you and compare here. This one weighs a bit more, has the same amount of damage, but a 2% more shielding. So, not terribly exciting. And we'll probably just recycle that. Alright, you can use one of these shields. Give you 6.8 or 13. They're both very heavy. And picking either one will just completely mess up your ability to do things. It's too bad. You got a shield. This one is quite a bit better, but puts you overweight. This one is exactly the same. Drops you by half a pound though. Scorpion Core, you have a shield. I'm sure this would be a better one, right? Yeah. You have infinity ability to carry things. These are identical shields in every way, so I've stacked them for me. Most people have 2-handed weapons. Okay, so if we got these 6.8, we have to lose this 11.6. And then the best one we have is 4.8. So that becomes like 11. It's like net neutral, but somebody else with more weight capacity could wear slightly better armor. 12.5, 22. We're getting all around armor. 20, 16, 16. Okay. Well, fine. That's fine. Have a board. Alright. We have 1 movement left. We'll move back this way. And we will catch you guys next time on Glider Gaming. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. Any commenter may ask to have a character named after them. See you next time. Have a good day.